Good morning, Facebook. What's going on? You people on YouTube, I'll be uploading this video shortly to the YouTube channel. I'm calling this Blockhead. Blockhead, you blockhead. So today, we're starting with the foundation. Foundation block number one, to be happy. And what is that? What is the foundation? If you want to be truly happy, find peace, conquer fear, get rid of anxiety, beat all the demons in your life, you got to do one thing first. And that first thing is believe in God. Now, you may not believe in God, or you already believe in God. Let's say you already believe in God. Then you move on to part two, building block, is stop limiting God. You got to quit putting limits on God. All right, so number one, God. Now, for you people that don't believe in God, let me give you something to chew on. And for you people that limit God because you don't believe all the promises, or they're too good to be true, or you haven't been taught, or whatever, let me give you something to think about. I've talked about this before, but you really got to let this stuff sink in. Now, your physical body, me, you, you, hey, the boat, the chair behind me, okay, all that, my dogs, I don't know if you can see the dogs are made up of something. And when scientists start taking those somethings apart, so they get down to something number one, let's say a cell, and then the cell's made up of crap, and then those cells are made up of atoms, and then the atoms are made up of stuff, and then what's that stuff made up of? Okay, well, let's say they figure it out. So then they got that stuff, which is smaller than an atom. Now, what's that stuff made up of? Well, they got to figure that out. And then what's that stuff made up of? And then what's that stuff made up of? You get it? It's infinite. Think about, just sit for 5 minutes and think about that. Your body, your person, your physical being is infinite. The trees are infinite. What's a tree made up of? Cells, okay. Cells, atoms, okay. What's the atoms made up of? Neutrons, protons, electrons, whatever that stuff is. What are they made up of? Okay, and it keeps going, and it keeps going, it keeps going. And what's that made up of? And what's that made up of? You get it? It's infinite. Nobody will ever figure it out. No human. Now, let's take time. When did time begin? What was before that? And what was before that? When will it end? Well, time, what's after that? Right? Space. The final frontier. Star Trek. Okay, so where does space begin? And what's on the other side of that? Where does it end? And what's on the other side of that? And on the other side of that, and the other. So you get it? That's three things that I have given you that your human brain cannot comprehend. So there's something bigger out here. The bigger I call God. All right? So now God, the omnipresent, omnipotent, everything, you people limit God. Because God knows the infinite. God created all that stuff, y'all. How powerful is that? That is so powerful, but we like to put God in a box. And I'll talk about that later. But to be happy, to find peace, to beat anxiety, to beat fear, to beat all those things, to be truly peaceful, this is the first building block that you got to get through your blockhead. All right? There's way more out here than you and I could ever comprehend. We keep living on human zone. We keep living on earth zone. We keep living with the confines of our mental precepts and in all the crap we see around us when that's not what it's about. So start thinking on that. This is block number one. We'll move on to another building block, and then we'll get started with a series on fear. All right. You can't conquer fear. You're not going to be able to conquer fear without God. You're just not. So if you don't believe in God, you might want to start thinking about there's way more out here than your little human mind can comprehend. You are not all-knowing. And if you do believe in God, you're going to have to start to think about how powerful God really is. All right, I hope that helps somebody today. I know a lot of y'all will watch this on the replay. And I'll load this on YouTube and get it up on my blog, which is just going to be the channels. It's nothing more than just a repository, a place where you can go to get this stuff. So you can start checking out bpq.com later, because I really haven't done that much with it. But by the time this gets really old, a month from now, then all that'll be built out there. All right, you guys take care, be blessed, have a great day. Bye now.